these Steve Ballmer Clippers just keep getting better and better, right? Well, I don't mean literally. On the court, they just keep getting worse and worse. But off the court, the antics, the terrible optics, the inexplicable developments just keep getting more and more entertaining. That's what I mean about them getting better and better. Like, as an example, how do you top being embroiled in a cap circumvention scandal involving some random bankrupt tree company while starting the season 5-16 on the floor? How do you top that, right? Impossible to top, right? Not for the Clippers, it's not, because it's who they are. It's where they live. It's what they do. Do you need an example? Here's one. The Clippers just sawed off the best player, arguably, in franchise history in the middle of the night, 21 games into his alleged retirement farewell tour. A retirement tour that he returned home for so he could take it as a Clipper. He picked them. He wanted to come home. He wanted to go out as a Clipper. The Clippers actually just canceled Chris Paul's retirement tour. Now, you might call that, and people have, you might call that the most stunning, appalling thing you've ever seen. I would call it the most Clippers thing. Well, not involving Donald Sterling, that I've ever seen.
You pig.
Just another Tuesday night for the Clippers. Well, technically Wednesday, since they busted a cap in this guy in the middle of the night. Stunning or the most predictable thing ever? 3:30 a.m. Eastern. That's the epitome of the middle of the night. 3:30 is the middle of the night. So stunning or predictable? Ask me, if it didn't happen, then it would have been stunning. I mean, isn't this the perfect way for the best Clipper ever to go out? Isn't it the most Clipper thing ever to break off the best Clipper ever when the guy specifically came back to the Clippers to finish out his career? And you're going to break that guy off in the middle of the night and just send him home. Like, of course we would love for you to come home and spend your final season with us, CP3. Of course we want to be the ones to send you off into retirement. We do.
That's not a good call. No.
You don't like that call.
Chris,
I don't like that call.
you don't tell
Not a
us
very good
when
call.
you're done. We tell you when you're done. Boom!
Now I'm done.
Now you're done.
Boom.
At 3:30 in the morning.
Out of here.
I mean, how do you do this dude this dirty? CP3 is like notoriously one of the dirtiest dudes ever. And even he has to be thinking, damn, they did me dirty. I mean, seriously, something happened, right? Something happened. What? I'm not exactly sure. We're starting to see some details sprinkle out right now about the nature of the relationship, but very clearly something happened. I mean, to whack this guy mob style in the middle of the night, something went down. But what? What could have been so egregious? What did the guy do? What? Did he con you also, Ballmer? Is that what you're going to claim? Are you going to do another sit down with Ramona? He conned me. We all thought he had something left in the tank. We're the ones who got conned. We're the ones who got done dirty, not him.
You're one of the richest men in America.
We thought he could at least be a good leader. But well, we knew he wasn't going to be a good player. But we thought that he could give us a couple of good minutes a night and lead from the front. I'm the one who got conned. They conned me.
They conned me.
They conned me, Ramona. Why don't you believe me?
Look, they conned me.
I mean, what happened? Something happened. Was CP3 cooperating with the Aspiration Tree Company? Their investigators or something? I mean, how could he, when he wasn't around for that nonsense? Or maybe it's the poker investigation. Maybe CP3 has got some dirt on Ty Lue's alleged poker habit that allegedly had him running in similar poker circles to the now indicted Chauncey Billups. Or maybe it's the most obvious thing of all, that the notoriously disagreeable CP3 was not exactly thrilled about riding the pine for a 5-16 dumpster fire and took the drastic step of, well, wait for it, letting people know it and holding them accountable. The horror, right? Shams posted, quote, Chris Paul and his leadership style clashed with the Clippers, sources tell ESPN. Paul has been vocal in holding management, coaches, and players accountable, which the team felt became disruptive. Specifically, apparently, Ty Lue was not on speaking terms with Paul for several weeks. Oh, then there's that. So imagine you're 40, you're totally washed, and you've got all sorts of opinions, and you're still walking around telling people what to do, holding people accountable like you're, well, CP3 in your prime. Yeah, I'm guessing they probably didn't want to hear it. Hey, Ty, I want to talk to you about some strategy. Yeah, not really interested. Hey, Ty, first of all, sit your ass down. Second of all, remember when I was better than you my entire life? Hey, Ty, remember those NBA seasons when you were a better player than me? That's right. There were none. Remember that time AI stepped over you? I do. Anyway, not on speaking terms with the head coach is not good. Below not good. Listen, if you're being a total disruption and distraction, and you're not even playing, like you're racking up DNPs, and you're not on speaking terms with the coach, and the season is ripping apart, I could see why they would not want him around telling people what to do. Quote, holding people accountable. Hey, you old man at the end of the bench, why are you holding us accountable? Are you the coach now? Except all of that said, because you got the internet forgetting that he's the nut puncher, the internet rushing to his defense. And listen, I get it. The optics are horrendous for the Clippers. There's no way around it. I don't know what was going on the inside. Obviously nothing good, but the optics are pretty horrible. We're talking about what might be the best player in franchise history, and he's going around trying to, I don't know, lead, make things better, hold people accountable in the midst of a 5-16 start. So, do they hear the guy out? Nope. They bust a cap in him in the middle of the night and say, go home. Now you're done. You're done.
Now I'm done.
We're done. The farewell tour is done. Beat it. Hit the bricks, pal. I mean, that's literally how he put it in his IG post too. He said, quote, just found out I'm being sent home. You know, every media account has put it like that too. They sent him home. They sent Chris Paul home. I don't know, like what? Like he was in school or something? The guy's 40. He's been in the league half his life. He's as close to a franchise icon as the Clippers have ever had. And they're treating him like he mouthed off in the principal's office, so they sent his ass home. Oh, and canceled that retirement tour. Whatever CP3 had to say, the Clippers clearly had no interest in hearing it, or they had heard enough already, because then there's this report from Chris Haynes. At Chris B. Haynes, quote, sources, weeks ago, Chris Paul requested to have a meeting with Tyronn Lue to discuss allegations of being a negative presence on the team. Lue refused to meet with him. Lawrence Frank traveled to Atlanta to deliver news of parting ways. Paul desired a final season to be with the Clippers. I mean, that's unbelievable. Like, Ty Lue wouldn't even talk to the Hall of Famer. Like, they wouldn't even talk. Well, the Hall of Famer tried to talk to him, and Ty's like, no, I'm good. No, we're not talking about anything. Here's my question. What did they expect? What did they expect? How did they not know any better They know this dude as well as anybody. This dude was a pain in the ass when he was the best point guard in the league. Did they really think that he wasn't going to be a pain in the ass as a washed 40-year-old DNPer on a horrible team? How did they think this was going to go? I'm not shocked that it happened. I'm shocked that it took this long to happen. 21 games. But I'm not putting it all on him. I mean, this is the Clippers we're talking about, and it doesn't get any more Clippers than this. Oh, wait, yes, it does. How about this? This social media post from 5 days ago from the official Clippers media account. Quote, most of all, you know, I'm in a Clipper uniform. End of quote. CP3 will end his Hall of Fame career at home. They posted that like 5 days ago. Quote, CP3 will end his Hall of Fame career at home. The hell he will. Again, the hell could have happened between that post of less than a week ago and last night's execution in the middle of the night? Or was the social media account just rogue and totally out of the loop and not knowing what was going on? They were out of the loop, right? If things were so bad that weeks ago Ty Lue wouldn't even talk to him, then the social media account definitely is out of the loop. What they did, however, though, was make themselves the funniest freezing cold take ever. Ty Lue probably saw that appreciation post on X and was like, not on my watch. Next thing you know, Lawrence Frank is on a plane to the ATL. And by the way, if you think the silver lining for this disaster of a Clippers season is that, they're going to be all right. They can get this thing turned around, and they'll be set up with a big-time lottery pick next year, even if they don't get it turned around. If that's what you think again. Because the Clippers, as you might recall, do not even own their first-round pick next year because the unbeatable OKC Thunder do. Because, of course, they do. And do you know why the Thunder had the Clippers first-round pick?
OKC.
Because the Clippers sent it to them when they also sent them the reigning MVP, SGA. Same bleeping trade. The gift that keeps giving to the Thunder and taking from the Clippers. The only thing more Clippers than canceling Chris Paul's retirement tour in the middle of the night is trading SGA and 5 first-round picks for Paul freaking George. Clippers
not 3,
gonna clip.
Not 4.
That makes V. Stiviano seem totally normal and appropriate.
I'm Mr. Sterling's right-hand arm man.
Holy crap. I mean, I gotta be honest. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I am an Angelino. I have never been more embarrassed to be a native Angelino than I am right now. I mean, I guess the upside is, and you know me, I'm always looking for an upside, is that if this really is the end, if it really is the end for CP3, all of a sudden there's that question, all right, he did play 82 games last year. Okay, he could still be a benefit to somebody. I would argue that if he can't help one of the worst teams in the league, who is he going to help? But if this really is the end for CP3, and he really does not hook on anywhere else, we will always have this epic, unforgettable run of nut punches to remember him by. No rings, but plenty of blasted packages. Count them. Oh, there's another one. Never seen so many dudes go down. It's like sniper fire. Or nut fire. Those were the better days. Blake. The big fella. DeAndre Jordan. Blake. He didn't nut punch them. Lob City. Look at the good old days. That was then, and this is now. And again, it's the most Clipper thing ever. The guy came home to retire. Quote, home. And home broke him off in the middle of the night.